Can you hear me? I always come on just a little bit early so we can test the vocals. Can you tell? I used to be a vocalist. All right. I will see you lovely, lovely folks at 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right. You are listening to this in here to just
Wash away me, wash away color, wash away light, wash away me, wash away color, wash away light. Wash away me, wash away color, wash away light, wash away me, wash away color, wash away light. So be it what it is, just give it time and try your best to smile. You relax of love, how it's gone, how it's gone. You fall into a candy wall, evening sky, what a waste of time. Though you still get by, searching for other things and make you come alive.
All right. Hi. How are you, Jennifer? Jordan? Oh my gosh, what a treat. I'm so happy you're here. Charity? Hi. Oh, wow. Happy full moon. I'm so excited. Ron. Oh my gosh. Welcome, welcome. Oh, what a lovely. I'm going to turn this little guy off. You guys are listening to Trust or Trist, however, I don't know how. TR/ST. I love them. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone doing on this wonderful full moon in Capricorn? Like what? it's been very draining for me, right? Like a hard day's work. When you come home completely exhausted, that is the full moon in Capricorn. But as a Capricorn ascendant, I'm kind of liking this feeling. I feel calm, unusually calm. Sometimes on full moons, I feel a little bit more anxious or jittery. Sometimes they do that to me. But for this particular full moon, I just feel kind of like, well, we're wrapping that day up. Thought I had missed this, but then realized an hour ahead. You're not in LA right now. I'm so happy you ended up being able to make it, Ron. Love it, love it. I bet your scenery is beautiful right now. I'm getting everything set up here. Sorry, I'm gonna get this for you guys. Come close, come close. For you, for you, for you. I needed some of that in the vibe. Hey, Apotropea, Monica, Alex. Yes, welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you are here. Wow. Blessed, blessed full moon. Okay. My name is Mandy, for those of you who don't know, but I know everyone on the YouTube side and most of you on the Patreon side. My name is Mandy Wild, also known as the Wild Medium. I'm a psychic medium. Surprise, surprise, in the name. Astrologer, and I've dedicated myself to the radical rituals of the highly misunderstood and complex aspects of the divine feminine, as well as an educator of mediumship through an oracular lens. So speaking of, shout out to all the new Oracle mediumship students. There was even more this week. So thank you so much. I am loving the feedback I'm getting. If you are looking to still join, this is a drip fed course. So you can join at any time. The content, it will be released weekly when you enroll, and you can go at your own pace. And there's 2 support groups for you. And I answer all my DMs because I'm that girl. And some of you are in week 6 now, which is really exciting. And some of you have started this week, so you're in week 1. The group is there for you whenever you are ready. And if you want to check out the course, there is a link to the course in this on the YouTube channel. You can just go to, it says about, and there's a list to this and the Azostos workshop that I am teaching for Salem Witch Fest. And that one, I believe, is 90 minutes long and is like $30. And we're going to be going through all kinds of ritual and lecture and workshop. It'll be super cool. But all for you, all for you. But as your host for Nomine Hekate, this is a service that I do in reverence to Hekate every 2 weeks, under the full moon and under the dark/new moon, whichever one I end up getting to that week, of course. They're usually about a day apart. But I've been doing this the past few years, so you always know where to find me under those lunar times. And a special thank you to everyone who is here tonight for Nomine Hekate, for my Patreon subscribers. I love and adore you. You mean the world. New Patreon subscribers: Dennis, Cindy, Darcy, Lauren, Diane, Lewis, Lady, Kalila, Tatiana, Jessica, Trisha, Janelle, Christy, Ashley, Bellatrix, and Cleo. Thank you for becoming new members. I am constantly putting stuff in there. You've got hymns, you've got meditations, you get your 2 live streams, of course, a month. Depending on what tier you're at, there's just like gobs and gobs and gobs of goodies, and your horoscopes, all the things. So as always, this is an open door to other devotees, as well as those who are Hekate curious. So we can come together around the full and the dark moon and just talk about the many aspects of our highly complex, but very accessible goddess. Let's go ahead and call in the directions. You do have this on Patreon. I've got it listed out if you need, if you want to say it along with me. If not, you can just listen and be in the presence, but it is there for you whenever you like. So I call to the east where the air takes flight, filling our lungs with breath pure of life. I call to the south where the fire burns bright, protecting and guiding like torches in the night. I call to the west where the water flows might, feeding and nourishing our gift of inner sight. I call to the north where the earth holds tight, grounding us here under the moon's bright light. I call to spirit in quiet introspection, a journey within, seeking soul's connection. All right, so a little bit about the structure of this evening. We're going to discuss the current astrological weather, which is what I like to do under the full moon gatherings, just so we're aware of kind of what we're dealing with for our own ritual, if we're wanting to incorporate that, or just going about your day to day and thinking, what in the world? Why am I feeling like this? Well, hey, it's probably being nudged by one of our planetary elements. But we're also going to be chatting about Hekate Phôtoplêx, a short meditation as well at the end, and a little ritual hymn to Hekate Phôtoplêx, which we will talk about who that is and what that aspect of her is. So cheers, cheers. I'm having some hibiscus tea. really fun Cancer story, Cancer the sign story. My grandmother, who has been on the other side for over a decade, well over a decade, she is one of my main spirit guides. And this was really cool. Oh, Kevin, hey, welcome. She is one of my main spirit guides. She is very much involved in my mediumship when I'm connecting with your guides as well. She sits on my spirit team. But fun fact, you've heard me talk about this. I am in my perimenopause, almost menopause state, and getting the hot flashes. Ladies, if you know what I'm talking about, they're there. They're what there are. So I'm on the couch with my husband, and I'm like, God, I'm like so hot, like, and I can't like cool down. He's like, but it's like 50 degrees in here. I'm like, I'm so hot. And instantly my grandmother was like, go check the tea set I gave you. So she gave me this really beautiful, well, she didn't give me, I inherited it after her passing, but I have this really beautiful tea set. Bellatrix, hey, welcome. I was just thanking the new Patreon members, and you are on that. So thank you. Perimenopause gang. Boy, it's something, right? So I go, she says, check this tea set. So I've got this tea set like in a like a Tupperware air tight container. That's what I'm trying to say. And I go there because I'm like, what in the world do I need to look at that for? And I just like open it up and I'm like digging through, and out I find this fan. This is a fan from like the 1940s that she used to carry with her to church. Look at this. It's like, it's broken, but it's like this beautiful fan. And I remember, and I was like, oh my gosh, she wants me to use this. And wow, it smells like her still. And I got to have like some beautiful moments with her. And she is a Cancer, and her birthday is next week. Apotropea says, things are horrible for me right now and hard to bear. We are holding space for you. We are holding space for you, okay? If everyone here can just like hold some space for Apotropea, just really fast here, like just like send a jolt of goodwill energy her way. And I will keep a candle burning for you after this, okay? Love you, sister. Venus loves you. Wow, welcome. Your grandma's sending you a fan. Isn't that amazing? And Phil, you're on the perimenopause. Fun fact, she actually sent me two. I found two in there, so I've got them side by side. All right, so right off the bat, we're under this full moon in Capricorn, right? This is a moon that calls upon the very bones of our lives, that structure, that responsibility. This is long-term vision, self-mastery, right? Capricorn is not a sign that tolerates very well as far as fluff goes, right? So remember, when we talk about anything like Saturn ruled, Saturn demands results. It wants results. It calls for receipts. It calls for integrity, right? It calls for that hard-earned wisdom. And that is not fluff, right? And that can make us feel, like we did put in the work, that it was a hard day's work. And so when we're having this illumination like we are right now, it feels very draining, whether you're sitting on your couch or you are at work, because there's lots of things in movement up in here, right, that have to do with this, and it's feeling like that. And so this particular illumination is highlighting those aspects. So under this full moon, those things are being revealed, and pressure starts to build, right? Emotions buried under productivity or maybe control start to surface. I don't know if you've had some of that lately. I definitely have. I am Cap rising, so this one has been a pretty significantly exhausting full moon, in a good way, like I mentioned. But if you've got strong placements or aspects to Capricorn, or even cardinal signs like Aries, Cancer, and Libra, you could be feeling this even more intensely. So, and especially around things like productivity. At the same time, we have Saturn and Aries, and Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. Both of these are cardinal signs. These are very like driven, like motion, like forward motion signs. So there's this like raw passion of Aries, right? And instinct and motion and war. And these two cardinal signs are ruled by malevolent planets, Mars and Saturn. And there's a little tension there. Saturn wants to slow and measure, while Aries wants to act and risk. So we could be feeling a grind between the discipline and desire, or maybe between like some like old scaffolding of the self, right? And an emerging new self that wants to happen here. So there's this need to kind of cut ties with something that's maybe outdated while staying focused on what's still true to self. That is a lot, my friends. That stuff going on, it's a lot. And so that's probably there's probably, you know, you've been seeing like floating around on like socials also the Uranus ingress, right? Like the Uranus is this like electric awakener, and it's newly ingressing into Gemini as of Tuesday. And this is a radical disruption on how we think, on how we speak collectively, right? How we connect, how we move through information. And so all of that I just talked about before, that's a lot of like, you know, back and forth. And then this Uranus aspect is coming in. So a lot of perhaps like mental breakthroughs, or maybe some sort of like shocking truths, sudden realizations. These are all very possible, and all very straining on the nervous system too. Jump scares. I like to think of Uranus sometimes as a jump scare, and not necessarily, you know, sometimes it's your best friend jump scaring you and you're happy to see them, but it startles you. That's kind of like Uranus. Like it's not always like some like maddening thing, but it does startle the system. So Gemini as a mutable air sign adds this kind of like movement and like volatility to Uranus's already very wild nature. I always call Uranus the mad scientist of the skies, right? But it's like lightning striking like a weather vane. Like you'll want to look into your own charts and kind of see where Gemini is, like what house Gemini is in for you, because that's going to be the area personally, because I'm talking collectively here back there. Now I'm talking personally. You'll be able to see what area that energy is going to be of focus for you in the next 8 years. We have it here for like Tuesday, right? And in November of this year, it's going to go in retrograde and dip back into Taurus. And then it's going to come back into, so we're getting a little taste test of Gemini. And then it'll come back into Gemini on April of 2026, where it will stay until 2033. So it's got 8 years, my friends, 8 years of Uranus in Gemini, which we'll see, right? It's the mad scientist of the skies. Who the hell knows? But I do believe there will be a lot of shakeups collectively and personally. So if you do have any questions about that, you can always DM me. I love to talk about astrology and such. But all of this information is really good to know if you are someone that does ritual. Just kind of knowing what is happening as like kind of broad strokes helps you play with the more granular aspects of planetary magic, like the hour of this or the hour of that. All right, so a couple of shakeups. But this brings me to Hekate Phôtoplêx. Who is she? And where does she fit in with all this electric weather? Well, first off, Phôtoplêx means she who strikes with light. Sometimes we might see it as she who smites with light. But I like to say she who strikes with light. Think of lightning, like a burst of light. If you were standing in the middle of a lightning like strike, right? It's like a burst of light in front of you. Traditionally, this epithet of Hekate speaks to her power as protector and revealer, using light to act. It becomes a tool of illumination, much like her torches, right? She uses that light to expose danger to us, to drive out maybe what's hiding that we're not seeing, to defend what we deem as sacred. And back in the day, this kind of light may have been like very piercing and divine when someone would be talking about it. So it was thought to clear away any confusion, to burn away through any deceit. Hello, moon in Capricorn, right? So Phôtoplêx is Hekate as guardian and enforcer, using a sacred light or fire, bright fire. I like to think of this as like a blue fire, like that blinding fire, right? To reveal and restore order. Saturn in Aries, what he's trying to do. Her light can be brighter and more intense than all of the others in this aspect. So when we call upon her, maybe we already feel like we are using her torches, but we want an extra boost of what actually is going on. And sometimes we need to call upon Phôtoplêx, because Phôtoplêx is more of a blinding flash that is going to sear through any sort of illusions. It's going to show us exactly what's been hiding in plain sight. Do you ever have, I mean, we keep our lights very dim in our apartment at night, but you know, in the broad daylight, when the sun is like blaring in, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to vacuum our rug, right? It's like, oh, I thought it was clean. And it is, by the way. I live with a Virgo. It's very clean. So Phôtoplêx is that very force that helps you stay awake also during any sort of disruption. She's the one who startles you into seeing things maybe with both eyes, asking, now that you see everything shifting, are you ready to see what's real? And as Uranus, begins its long trek through Gemini, think of her as this divine current within the shakeup, Phôtoplêx, that is. That intelligence that's within that noise, within that like confusion that Uranus sometimes brings. This also comes with vision, because if you've ever looked, which you shouldn't do, at the sun, but if you've ever looked at like something like really bright, or like a bright, like a light colored wall, and like the sun's hitting and you look and you're like, whoa. And then you see like this, like the spots, right? It's also kind of like an awakening, like a jolting awake, like, oh gosh, okay, yeah, maybe I'm not ready to see that just yet. Or Like, why is that there? Is it maybe keeping me from going someplace that I shouldn't be? But so there also could be vision, because when our vision gets like blinded from the brightness, we can sometimes see other things internally, right? Have you ever eye scried? You close your eyes and you kind of see things moving around. Phôtoplêx, Hekate Phôtoplêx shows up when things get twisted, when things get dulled and need a little boost of brightness. She is there to destroy the facade of lies, of things people maybe are throwing at us to knock us off our game. This all said, the full moon in Capricorn, with all the other goodies in the sky, may bring up maybe like the cost of like trying to control what should have changed maybe a long time ago. This could be coming up brightly for us. Maybe a sudden call to speak or act in our truth, which we know Hekate really loves and appreciates. That's a wonderful way to daily honor her, is to speak your truth. And sometimes that's very hard. I don't pretend that that's easy. As outspoken as I am, I still struggle with that sometimes. It's a thing. But yeah, Hekate Phôtoplêx, she will clear the static so that your real path can be seen. So tonight is for liberation through honesty, of course, right? And Saturn, because Saturn is playing a big part in this lunation tonight, wants to see the work, wants us to call on the goddess when we really feel like we can get something for, like when we're ready for it. Because you've got, I mean, Hekate doesn't pull the punches, right? Like she's there. She's there as a constant, like, I want to see the receipts too. But you talk about how she's not the ooey gooey cuddly mother. She's like I got you, but you got to do the work. And Saturn is very similar. There's very similar vibes with that. You know, we venerate Hekate, you know, on Mondays, moon days, but also on Saturdays for that very reason. Every day, if you're a devotee, but for like, you know, strong work, if it's not like a dark moon or a new moon, like Mondays and Saturdays are great days. Establishing a relationship with Saturn, especially right now while he's in Aries, is not a bad idea. But in your everyday life, this could be the moment where you realize that you may have been tolerating too much. That light clicks in, that phôtoplêx comes in. It's like you've been tolerating way too much from all of those around you. When something finally clicks and makes this like clear, fast decision, when your instinct clicks in, hello, Cancer season, that is also phôtoplêx, right? That flash of light, like, oh my gosh. And then you're like running, making decisions left and right. She's that inner surge that says enough. When the truth becomes so obvious, when you feel like you can walk away from something that no longer feels true, when you finally speak up after staying silent for a long time, when your instincts turn into that action and that clarity lands like lightning. keep using lightning as an image because I keep seeing this just like brightness. We don't get a lot of rainstorms in Los Angeles, but I grew up in New Mexico and we would get these intense like monsoon seasons and these lightning storms, and it would just feel like when lightning would strike, sometimes you would just like light up so bright you're like, did I just get hit? It's like that, and it startles you and it makes you kind of look around like, well, shit, I need to get inside, I need to take cover. You know what I mean? Or you look around and you're like, okay, that thing I've been thinking too hard on, like, I know exactly what I need to do. It's kind of a disruptor as well as this like clarity punch, like Uranus, right? Uranus disrupts and reroutes us, reroutes us. I say reroutes, but not growing roots. Reroutes us. It sends a bolt through our system and leaves us like blinking in the afterglow to kind of like, whoa, that's what happened. Something just shifted for the good, right? So Gemini flips assumptions, right? Through language, connection, and thought. And Uranus is now in Gemini. So the unexpected for the next 8 years could be the constant when we're talking about some of that stuff. So get comfortable with that because there's delicious surprises that awaits us all in the next 8 years while it's in Gemini. So, and we can do a whole other, maybe I'll do a whole other one with what to expect with Gemini in, with whatever house you have Gemini in. That would be a fun one, wouldn't it? All right. So let's do like a light meditation. And then we will do a ritual hymn to Hekate Phôtoplêx. I have the hymn in the Patreon script if you want to follow along, or you can just listen to me say it. And yeah, but let me see if I'm missing anything, if anyone has any comments over here. Do. Let me scroll back here. Cutting ties. Jordan says she needs to cut ties. Brent is on. Hello, brother. Let's see. Where'd my screen go? Felix says, we need her now more than ever. The flash of clarity to destroy the deceits. Exactly. Making new paths to liberate. You know, sometimes when that flash of lightning hits, it does clear a new path, right? Maybe it sizzles away the ground in which it hit, and it shows you another way to veer. Jordan says, tolerating too much hits really hard for me. Oh, I feel you. Phôtoplêx says, I'm so tired of speaking out. I feel like it's falling on deaf ears, but I keep thinking that if I can get through to one ignorant person, it's worth it. Sometimes it does feel like we are speaking to a brick wall, right? And that's not fun. It is not fun. Melanie says, all of this. Hey, Melanie, how's it going? Love doing a little meditation. Yes. What am I experiencing right now may actually lead to cutting ties in my relationship, but also many other ties are being cut as well. So this is this full moon is drumming up a lot of those cutting of ties, right? Because think about that Capricorn aspect. It's like what is my energy going to? And why am I feeding it to anyone that isn't sustaining me in any way, right? Whether it be just like I acknowledge you. I mean, we're not meant to like be 100% for 100% of the people that we're around, but you know, if you have people in your lives or things in your lives that aren't giving you what you need, that you feel you need from them, and on a certain level, then like don't waste your time, right? Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is like, let's cut this weight. Let it go. This is a time to release all the stuff that's been going. Think also back, y'all, to mid-December of 2024, just 6 months ago. What was happening in your life? What was going on? This could be very reminiscent to that. Very reminiscent to that. All right. Do. All right, let's do this meditation. I have to pull it up. So if you want to just kind of get comfortable, and if you want to put your feet on the floor, if you want to lay down, close your eyes, or just stare at the screen, whatever you want to do. Maybe it's dark where you are, and maybe you can see the full moon. Maybe you're somewhere where you can see it right now. It's still very daylight here. Start to breathe. And I just want you to be very aware and mindful of the energies that are present, because yes, I understand they are a little frenetic feeling, a little tense feeling, a little intense feelings, which all, with all of this like planetary stuff I was talking about and this lunation, but it is a wonderfully productive moon to really go in and let go of things that are weighing you down too much, because you do not deserve to carry more than what you want to, right? We are not meant to carry the weight of the entire world. That is not our job. We are a collective, and we do this together, and we help support one another, yes, but we are not meant to carry things all on our own. It is too heavy, and we are not expected to. So this is a good moon to release what is not serving you anymore. Settle into your body, my friends. Just let the breath start to come in slowly and steady. Drop your shoulders. Maybe unclench your jaw. Just let gravity hold you. Capricorn, earth sign is beneath you. Steady. Take a long breath in. Just let it go. Fill your lungs. And release. A couple more. And just imagine the dark. Imagine the darkness around you. Maybe it's nighttime. Maybe you're outside under the night skies, or maybe you're in a cool, dark room that is safe. Maybe you're near your altar, whatever the place is. Allow it to be just dark and cool and comforting and quiet. And let that stillness just start to wrap around everything. Let it get darker now. See how dark in your mind's eye you can make it. And I want you to sit with what that feels like for just a moment. And now suddenly, I want you to see a flash of light, bright, sharp, electric light. You don't even need to know where it came from. Just let it like illuminate as bright as it can and just cut through the space like lightning. Recognize that light as a truth. It's not harsh, it is exact. It's so bright, it does not feel like a warm, but it is clean, it is clear. This light that you just saw flash before you is sacred to you. It's a sacred signal. It's a strike that is going to reveal something. And maybe you don't even know what it is right now, but understand that it brought something tonight. And you can go back to that place over and over again. As it comes back to you, maybe you felt something shift inside of you. Maybe your ears rang a little, or maybe they got hot. Maybe you just felt it over your eyes and it was gone. But I bet there's a reverberation of it right now. And I want you to understand and welcome whatever that light is bringing you tonight. Let that feeling just kind of land somewhere inside of you. And know it's wakening a part of you up. Now I want you to just kind of sit back in the darkness, and I want you to see if anything comes up again. And while you're doing this, ask yourself, what truth have I been keeping just out of reach? Maybe you get an answer right now. Maybe you don't, but you've started to stir that within you, and you've got that truth light of Phôtoplêx inside of you right now. Ask yourself, what weight am I still carrying that I can set down, that's not mine anymore? That light, you're feeding those questions to that light. What structure have I outgrown? What information wants to rise within me if I stop trying to manage it? Stay with that. And you don't have to force anything. Just let that light live inside of you. It's here to cut out what no longer is fitting. And that's yours. That's your sacred light. Now, take your next breath. Let this be an offering, all right? We're going to inhale the presence. We're going to exhale and release. One more time. Whatever has surfaced, you can let it move on, you can let it leave, and you can trust any clarity that came through. And if nothing did, it's okay. It's stirring up. It's shaking something within you, and it will arise. When you're ready, start to come back. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And I'm going to go right into this hymn to Hekate Phôtoplêx. I call to you, Hekate Phôtoplêx, torch striker, flame bearer, breaker of shadow. Come with fire that blinds lies. Come with truth that sears masks. Come with light that strikes the false from the real. You who walk at the edge of the storm. You who see through the veil and burn it clean. You who keep the threshold and guard the secret name. I summon you with breath and silence, with iron in the voice and stillness in the hand. Flash forth, O watcher of the unseen. Split the sky with your eye of fire. Mark the place where clarity must fall. Asei Hekate Phôtoplêx, torch wielder, truth carver, thunder veined queen, strike me clean of confusion. Strike me sharp with knowing. Strike me whole. Come close, come close, come close. For you, for you, for you. All right. I wish I could hug all of you. Oh, do you see how beautiful this community is? Supporting one another. Ipotropea, Monica. We love you. We love you. Oh, Venus. Look at Venus's name. Venus loves you. So it is so powerful, and it's powerful because of you all. All of this is powerful because of you all. Community, prayer, this collective love, this collective energy that we are sharing every full moon and dark moon. This is very special. I love this so much. And it means the world to be able to talk about Hekate and to share ritual and to share devotion with such an array of people all throughout the world right now. Look at this. So I'm gonna start to wrap up here, but I do these twice a month. The new moon one or dark moon one, I think it's, well, I'm having brain fog here. I can't remember the date. I've got it in the Patreon list. I've got the dates of when the next Nomine Hekate is. I know it's Wednesday the 20 something. I can't remember. Maybe someone can put it in there. But anyway, that is when we do our dipnon and our communal dipnon and our protection petition and our ritual. So I hope to see you in a few weeks for that. And also check check out my classes if you are so inclined. You can find them in the About section of the YouTube or on Patreon. I've got it under classes. But love you. Oh my gosh. Hey, stay hydrated. I'm so glad. Badalina, thanks for joining. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. This moon, I don't know if anyone else has felt dehydrated. A lot of full moons make us feel dehydrated, right? But this one in particular is very like it's sucking. It's like it's an earth sign, right? And it's like drawing out that water and it's like feeding its roots. I feel like I don't know. I've been so thirsty. So hydrate yourselves. So much love and gratitude for each and every one of you. Reach out, say hi. My dear Coven, I will see you on the day-to-day always, right? But love you. Monica, I'm keeping a candle. Oh, look at that. I'm keeping a candle lit for you. All right. Sweet, sweet sister, always. And you have all of the love and support of everyone here. Look at these hearts just go. I just want to keep it up here until we get off. All right. Until 2 weeks from now. Bye.